here, and I'm here to do my April wrap-up, and yeah. So I forgot to charge my iPad, so you're gonna have to look at an iPhone, but yeah. So the first book I bought, read was Save the Date by Annabeth Alpert and Wendy Quills, and it looks like so, and I read this before going on my trip, and it's just a little cute little story about two dudes getting it on. Pretty adorable. One's a nerd, one's a jock. Works out in the end. Really uplifting. The book I read after that was Descenders, and this is volume 1. You can't really see it. And then Descenders volume 2, which looks like so, and these are by somebody, Jeff Lemire, and he's done a few things. He's done Sweet Tooth. He has done Sweet Tooth and another comic that I can't remember. And I kind of liked Descender. I liked volume 1 and volume 2, but it didn't really wow me, and there was some parts of it that I just didn't feel like they were necessary because they were just repeating itself. But the artwork is awesome, and I'm really intrigued by the story enough to buy volume 3 when it comes out, or I think it's already out. And so yeah, I will be continuing with Descender. I just prefer Sweet Tooth so far. The book after those two I read was Crooked Kingdom, and I read this in the train ride to Barcelona, and this is volume 2 of the Six of Crows series. I gave away my Six of Crows book, so it's no longer here. But yeah, I liked the series. I was not wowed by the series as like so many other people are. And this lighting makes me look like a demon and very tired, even though I'm very awake and had a lot of coffee, but whatever, it's fine. And yeah, I gave both books 3 stars, and I think that was kind of being generous about the first one. I really liked the second one. Like the second one, I thought like picked it up a bit, the story, but the first one was like it took me a while to get through the first one. The next book I read was Persephone by Sharon McGeer, and it's just a little short story that you can read off a tour. It was like, I'm pretty sure just a page long, so giving away anything would ruin the story. I believe I gave it 4 stars. I just accidentally, I gave it 4 stars. I don't know, like, how you could hate something so short, or you could love something so short, but it happened. Next book I read was The Savage Song by Victoria Schwab, and I really, really liked the world building in this. The characters were so comparable to A Darker Shade of Magic that it kind of hurts inside. And like she's just basically recycling characters, but as much crap as I give Victoria Schwab, she writes a good world. I love her world building so much. In case you were wondering, The Savage Song is about a world where every time you commit like a sin, like a murder or steal something, a monster is born, and these monsters come in various ways and sizes. And so the story follows 2 people. One is a boy named August, who is a bit different than everybody else, and then a girl named Kate, who is a bit different from everybody else. August plays violin, and I think that's adorable. That's all I can say about August. Next book I read was The Fifth Season, which took me a year to read. Yay! It's taken me so long to finish this book, man. It's not even that it's a bad book. It's just, it is so sad. And it makes me sad. And N.K. Jemisin is a fantastic writer for making me feel so many emotions in like one chapter after the next. And it follows like 3 different perspectives, which I want to give away the ending. But 3 different perspectives, and it's all sad in this decaying world. And like they all live awful lives, and you're just like, ah! And oh my god, it's just heartbreaking. It really is. And it's like kind of like why I don't read a lot of I haven't finished Liv Grossman's book, The Magician series, because people are too realistic in there, and people are too mean and vicious, and it just makes me sad. It does. So, yeah. And the next book I read was We Are the Ants by Sean David Hutchison, and this was my favorite book of the month, and I loved everything about it. It's about this guy named something Henry, who has been kidnapped by aliens since he was 13 years old, who have been kind of just testing him out and experimenting on him. And then one year, the year after his boyfriend commits suicide, the aliens give him a choice to either save the world or watch it be destroyed, and he has to stay on Earth trying to figure out if the Earth is worth saving. And it's really, really good novel, and Diego is my boy. Love him. And I give this book 5 stars because it's amazing. I love it. I love the writing. I love like how awesome and grotesque they are, because they're all dudes except like there's one girl character, and they're just like totally dudes. Like I've had people have these conversations. I'm just like cringing a little, and it's great. And I want it in my face. I want it in my face. The next 2 books I read was volume 5 of Saga, which I gave 4 stars, and volume 6 of Saga, which I also gave 4 stars. And this has really uplifted me and my views of Saga, because I really did not like volume 4. But now I'm really in love with the series once again. Once again in love. The next book I read was The Trials of Apollo by Rick Riordan, and I had no idea what was going on in this series because I haven't finished the Percy Jackson series because I'm amazing. So, yeah. I gave it 3 stars because I like Apollo and his arrogance. I love arrogant characters. I always have, especially when they're full of themselves and I think they're beautiful, and it makes me smile. The next book I read was Magnus Chase, The Gods of Asgard, and the Hammer of Thor series by Rick Riordan, and I love this book. And I really like how Rick Riordan makes diverse characters and makes them not the point of the story. I always enjoyed that about his writing, especially in the first book. They did that a lot, and a few other series like the Trials of Apollo. He's really, really good about making diverse characters and not making it like the point of the story. Like they're just diverse. And I thought that was really cool. And in this book, it follows Thor's hammer being lost, and now they need to make a few deals with Loki. So I'm excited for the 3rd book, and I give this book 4 stars. So yeah. Okay, on to my TBR. So of May. So yeah. First book I'm currently reading that I'm going to finish in the month of May is A Court of Thorn and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I'm right now reading it, and it's basically a retelling of something that I can't remember. But it's okay so far. I just don't understand why Holler sisters are terrible people, but whatever. And then after I finish that, I want to finish A Court of Mist and Fury, and then I'm one step closer to completing my SFF Awards books. Yay, me! Next book I'm reading, is currently reading, is The Lottery by Shirley Jackson. And this is her short story book that I checked out from the library, and I'm almost done with it, so that's cool. And once I finish with The Lottery, I'll probably go to Ray Bradbury's I Sing the Body Electric, which is a short story compilation of his, and I got really, really, really into Fahrenheit 451. And now I want to read all of his stuff because he is amazing. The book I also want to read in the month of May is Obelisk Gate by N.K. Jemisin, and this is her 2nd book, and hopefully it won't take me a year to finish. I also want to read 9 Fox Gambit by Yoon Ha Lee, and it looks like so. And yeah, and then I'll be completed with my SNF books, hopefully. Another series I actually want to read is the Cassandra Clare books over here. These are all of them, except I need the box set that I'm getting in the mail on May 12th. I know I'm saying it doesn't matter to you, but it matters to me, so I'm saying it out loud. And it's going to be here. It's going to be great. I just don't want to lift up this series. So look at it. It's all these, including this is Bane Chronicles, and this is the Shadowhunter Academy one. I'm going to try to finish that all in the month of May and June because I'm reading them with a coworker. And it needs to get done. I also want to read all these books, which I don't think I am going to get to, but these 2 shelves are basically my TBR shelves. And this is the Percy Jackson series, which I think I could also get to in May, or at least put a pretty big dent in it if I coincide with the Cassandra Clare novels. So maybe it will happen. Also, my mom wants me to read the Unwind series. So, soon. She wants, these are her books and she wants them back. So, yeah. Pretty big TBR for May. Whew. Ugh. Also, because my coworker really wants me to read this book, he wants me to read Armor, which I'm not even sure what it's about. So, other than it's like, Orson Scott Card said this is one of his inspirations for Ender's Game. So I have it now. Yeah. So yeah, that's my massive TBR for May. I didn't know it was going to be that massive until I said it out loud. Now I'm kind of freaking out, but it's fine. I'll be fine. I'll do it. I can do it. Psh, no problem. Don't look at me. Bye.